Hey, what is up guys, Banished here, bringing you episode 2 of my Increased FPS Tips Guide. And in this one I thought I'd give a little bit of an explanation as well. A lot of you have been commenting and telling me that, oh, I have the best graphics card in the world. Well, you can do and still lag in this game, it seems. From what I've deciphered, there are two types of lagging in this game, and that is due to graphical lag, where your graphics card is not anywhere near as good to run this game. A lot of people don't have this problem. A lot of people do have graphics cards that can run this easily, or at least should be able to. The second thing I found is that a lack of RAM usually causes lag, and this is because from what I can tell, the Swtor client does not dump its memory as much as it should do. So going from planet to planet, it should really be dumping the memory of the previous planet, but I don't think it does. So that's how you can also lag, due to a lack of RAM. I still lag quite a lot graphically, and I have 6 gig currently in my machine, which is more than enough. So you'd probably need somewhere near like 12 gigs to actually run this pretty damn smoothly. That's the only problem I've seen so far. I don't know if Swtor's going to fix this. I don't know if they're going to make the engine a lot smoother, make it be able to dump memory quite oftenly, so you can run it with far less RAM than you actually need. But yeah, we'll just see, I suppose, in the future. Anyway, so in this tips video, there's going to be a few ones that I've found, and the first one is to do with your Catalyst Control Center if you're using an AMD card, or your what is it now, NVIDIA control panel thing. I don't exactly know what to do on the NVIDIA one, but I'm sure you can decipher it. It's a general thing that you have to do. Okay, so you right click on the little thing in your taskbar at the bottom. For the AMD one, I select my AMD first card, which is my main monitor. Go to 3D settings, and first off, this is just what I did. I don't know if this actually works, but I did it just to try it basically, and I think it's worked. Is to change the standard settings to optimal performance. So you want your graphics card running at the optimal performance on this particular monitor. Then, from what I've heard from forums and elsewhere along the internet, is turning anisotropic filtering to 16 times, and this apparently does increase FPS. It does say, for example, if I go back to that, it says application managed. There may be a problem with Swtor to do with that, I don't know, but apparently this works. Also, if you're still getting lag after doing this, go into game and turn down the anisotropic filtering, as in turn it down to like 2 times, for example, and this should hopefully increase your FPS. Okay, and next, you want to go back to your %app data folder %. Just to clarify, again in this video, you can either get it by going to start menu and going through the search program and files thing, or if you're running XP, there should be a run option here. If all that fails, and you hold down your Windows button, which is next to your Alt and Control key, and press R, brings up the run. Type in %app data %. Remember the 2% each side, and then yeah, you're on your way. And once you get in here, you want to go back to your app data. You want to go to local Swtor settings and client settings, and there's a few things that I've changed since I last did this video. For example, I have edited my options in game, so it's reset all this. Also, another thing, if you guys aren't getting this full list of options that I am, try going into your game, turning settings to high, turning settings to low, and then exiting the game. That generally works for a lot of people. Okay, now you want to turn your speed, tree distance, scale down, and this seems to give you like a fog of war effect. So you'll know games like World of Warcraft, they have set distance value, and that basically creates a fog dependent on how far or how inwards you set it, basically, and this means that it doesn't have to render. Now also you want to put the far clip scale to 0. You want to turn the vertical sync state to false. You want to set the texture again to 0. That is still working pretty well for me. Set the plant density to 0, and you want everything else pretty much false. Texture entropy, I'd leave that as 1. That should be fine with the changings that I made just then. However, if it's not, then I'll obviously make an update to this video. and use min spec shaders. I'm keeping this true because I have no idea what it does. So you can put that as false and mess around with it, but I'm just going to keep that as that. Then you want to go to graphics mirror, and turn this vertical sync to false. I've seen that you have to put both of them to false. Also, the speed tree distance to 0, ground clutter density to 0, and the bloom to false. Now this should totally and utterly turn your game all the way down, bottom, absolute lowest. So yeah, that's basically the thing you can do with the ini files. And finally, guys, what you want to do is open up your task manager, look at your performance. This is so simple, and then just close down processes that you don't need. Like I'm running Firefox at the moment. Do I need to run Firefox while I'm playing Swtor? Need to run Skype because I talk to other people. I don't need to be running Steam. That's just wasting my memory right there. Fraps I probably need to keep open. Dropbox, I can close that. You know, LOL replay recorder. These are all taking up partial bits of RAM. So if you can just close these and just get your RAM lower, then you should experience a lot less problems. So yeah, and I would say as well as that, if you quickly go to my computer, go to your properties. If you look right here, installed memory RAM, mine says 6 because I've got 6 in there. If yours says 3.12 or 3.64 or whatever, and then in brackets it says 4 gigs usable, then it usually means that you're running on the wrong version of Windows. At the moment I'm running on the 64-bit of Windows, because that's the 64-bit allows 4 gigs and up. Now the 32-bit only can run 4 gig and below, but it's very rare that you get 4 gig. So go to check that as well, and if it's not, just reinstall your operating system, get up to 64-bit, and then it should run fine as well. And finally guys, sorry, someone in the comments left me someone in the comments of the last video left a comment right here on the screen, and this is another way that you can increase your FPS. I completely forgot about this one, but thank you. I obviously take no credit for this, but what you do is you go my computer, you click the Windows thingy, computer, right click, and you go properties. It brings up this screen like it was just on, and then you go to advanced system settings, you click the advanced tab at the top, you click performance, you go to settings, you keep on visual effects, the tab there, and change this from let Windows choose what's best for me to change it for best performance. This basically removes all of these. The only problem is it looks a bit ugly, but I'd prefer to have that, and then Swtor will run fine. And it does, from what he's saying, it increases his FPS massively. Go try this out, guys. Yeah. Blah.